everybody. This is the Real Life Recap. Every Thursday, I'm going to be sending out this video to recap the service from the night before. This past Wednesday night at Real Life, we discussed and we continued our service on Unleashed. In John chapter 8, verse 36, it says, "For who the Son sets free is free indeed." And we continue to talk about that and what that means and what does unleashed really means. And it means to be released from restraint. We also talked about Galatians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "It was for freedom Christ has set us free. Stand firm and do not submit again to the yoke of slavery." I want to encourage you today that you don't have to submit again to that past life that you had before, that Christ has come to set you free. Sometimes we get comfortable in the cage that we're in. Sometimes we get comfortable in captivity where we're at, but we won't realize that the gate has already been opened, the lock has already been unlocked or picked or whatever you want to call it, and that door is swung wide open, and all we have to do is vacate the cage. All we have to do is vacate the cage. Last night, I challenged all of our students, and I gave them an invitation. This invitation simply says this: you have personally been invited to be unleashed. And then it says Galatians chapter 5, verse 1. I'm going to read that again. "It was for freedom Christ has set us free. Stand firm and do not submit again to the yoke of slavery." That's two simple questions that I think we all must ask ourselves on a regular basis. What is keeping you from being free? And then the next question is, are you ready to let it go? And with all invitations, most of them have an RSVP in it. When you open it up, it says, then it's time to RSVP. R, we need to reflect on our current situation. We need to look at it from all angles. Secondly, with the S, we need to surrender. We need to surrender our life to Christ and say, you know what, I know I can't do this without you, and I do need your help. V, we need to vacate the cage. We need to freely and willingly walk out of the cage that we're held captive in. Whether we realize it's there or not, we need to step out, take our blinders off, and look and see what God has for us. And P, we need to pray. We need to be in a constant state of prayer. That is the most important aspect of our lives as Christians. We need to constantly be praying and seeking after God, and that He might speak to us. This has been your Real Life Recap. Thank you so much for watching it. I hope you share it with people who might need an encouraging word for today. And I want to tell you to have a great day and continue to grow in Christ.